Actor Salman Khan is facing severe criticism on social media after he made a shocking and rather insensitive comment on rape. During an interview for his upcoming film Sultan, Salman Khan compared his grueling shoot with that of a rape victim, saying that he walked out of his film shoot like a raped woman. Salman Khan's father has defended him. In a statement, he has said and backed Salman Khan over his controversial statement, saying that his intention behind the remark wasn't wrong. But speaking to India Today, the National Commission for Women Chief Lalitha Kumaramangalam has demanded the actor must apologize for his comment and that the women's rights activist has already taken suo motu cognizance of his rape remark. Prime Minister Narendra Modi led yoga celebrations from Chandigarh. The Prime Minister also performed several Aasans with the crowd before interacting with the participants. Prime Minister Modi even spoke about the merits of the ancient art, saying yoga is a gift of our ancestors and helps in the holistic growth of an individual. President Pranab Mukherjee kicked off a mass yoga performance involving 1,000 persons at the Rashtrapathi Bhavan to mark the second International Yoga Day. Besides others, the participants included officers and staff of the Secretariat. 10 ministers in the union government were sent to a crucial pole-bound state of Uttar Pradesh to lead the Yoga Day celebrations. These ministers include the Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, Rajnath Singh, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi and Maneka Gandhi among the others. Yoga exponent Ramdev held a massive yoga session in Faridabad, where the yoga guru held a pre-dawn session where over 1 lakh of people joined him. He is also scheduled to perform a similar session in Jodhpur with BSF Jawans. But politics took a front seat in Bihar this morning, with yoga relegated to the sidelines. In fact, the Yoga Day event at Patna's historical Gandhi Maidan was organized by Ramdev's Patanjali, and Bihar ministers who were invited to the event decided to give it a miss. Modi government has announced radical liberalization of the FDI regime by easing non-important sectors including defense, civil aviation and pharma, opening them up for a complete foreign ownership. But the Congress has termed the centre's big reform push as a panic reaction that would not have happened had RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan not dropped the bombshell. However, the Commerce Minister Nirmala Sitharaman stressed the announcement had nothing to do with Rajan's decision. As the SR tapes controversy explodes, India Today has accessed the diaries of the alleged whistleblower Al-Basit Khan. These diaries contain numbers, phone numbers, names, strategies and even a list that the technology that was used to tap the phones. Al-Basit Khan, the alleged whistleblower who submitted the details of the SR phone taps, have now claimed that he had never tapped any phones and that the phone recordings were in fact handed over to him by 2611 martyr Vijay Salaskar. But the centre is likely to order a high-profile probe, possibly by the CBI, into the SR tape controversy. The ministry has formally received a copy of the complaint and the senior minister are yet to decide on the future course of action. It could be a possible setback for India's NSG bid, even as the attempts are being made to bring China on board. A defiant Beijing has said that differences still remain among the nuclear supplies group member over the inclusion of a few new countries. The kingpin of the Bihar cheating scam have now been arrested. The former school examination board chairperson Lalkeshwar Prasad and his wife Usha Sinha have been arrested from Varanasi. Special Operation Group of the Jammu and Kashmir Police arrested a top Lashkar commander in Kupwara district. Sources say the arrested terrorist is Abu Ukasha from Pakistan. An hour after the arrest, an encounter was underway in nearby Lolab. A Class 5 girl from Vijayawada who was celebrating her birthday and was sent to school decorated in gold jewellery worth 5 lakh rupees was robbed. A man, in fact, at the school conned this young girl and took her jewellery. A 2008 Gujarat serial blast suspect was arrested from Karnataka. Acting on a tip-off, ATS of Gujarat police apprehended Parvez Rangrez from Belgaum town. He was later brought to Ahmedabad. 56 people had been killed in the serial blast. Family members of the people who went missing in Iraq 2 years back staged a protest in Punjab demanding that the centre provides information about their whereabouts. 40 Indian construction workers were kidnapped in Mosul. A man from Delhi who was on a vacation in Goa was murdered in his hotel room. The 60-year-old man's body was found by a hotel staff. Cops say that they have accessed the CCTV footage and will soon crack the case. A doctor was beaten up while he was on duty in a government hospital in Uttar Pradesh's Ghazipur. The assault was caught on camera and the video shows the doctor being dragged by the attackers. Pandemonium broke out inside a woman police station in Uttar Pradesh's Meerut over a feud that took place between a couple. The group of people supporting the man and the woman clashed with one another and all of it happened inside the police station. A street dog in Karnataka has been fitted with wheels after it lost its hind legs in a vehicular accident. The 3-year-old dog can now move around easily with the help of the cart wheels that have been fitted onto him. An FIR has been registered against Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and his predecessor Sheila Dikshit in connection with the water tanker scam by the Anti-Corruption Branch. Reacting to the ACB's move, the Delhi Chief Minister sought to drag the Prime Minister into the entire controversy, saying that the FIR against him only proves that the Prime Minister has accepted that he is in direct confrontation with the Aam Aadmi Party chief. Now, the standoff between the Chief Minister and the opposition BJP over the murder of the NDMC officer has only intensified, with Arvind Kejriwal reiterating his demand for the arrest of BJP MP Mahesh Giri. But the BJP has demanded that Arvind Kejriwal either prove the charges or apologize. Meanwhile, BJP's firebrand MP Subramaniam Swamy has done it once again. This time he launched a scathing attack at the Delhi Chief Minister and even targeted the Lieutenant Governor Najib Jung, accusing him of taking dictation from the Congress. Now, the rehearsals ahead of International Yoga Day hit traffic movement. In the national capital, commuters were stuck in traffic jams for long hours. News from Maharashtra. Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis says that the cabinet expansion could take place this week. Fadnavis had met the Prime Minister earlier on to discuss the expansion. A judicial committee of a retired Bombay High Court judge will be probing the purchase of the MIDC land just near Pune by former Revenue Minister Eknath Khadse. Khadse, the senior-most BJP leader, had to resign earlier this month. Sources say CBI had got leads into Virendra Taure, who is accused of murdering rationalist Virendra Dabolkar, was also involved in the murder of left leader Govind Bansare. CBI sleuths are now probing into the leads that they have been able to gather. In the infamous Sheena Bora murder case, Pranab Mukherjee's driver Shamba Rai has also become an official witness. The driver accepted to the terms and conditions of the court, which is hearing the murder case. Pre-monsoon showers continue to lash the city, with temperatures plummeting further. Light to heavy rainfall was recorded at several places, but the showers also led to massive traffic snarls on major roads of the city. A top cop in Kurnool district has come out with a music album to encourage the practice of yoga. Known for people-friendly policing, this officer says yoga can help his forces overcome stress. A shocking video of a girl committing suicide on a railway track has now surfaced from Nizamabad district. The girl alights from a halted train and then moved towards a moving train before the speeding train crushed her. The Met has predicted heavy rain in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, with monsoon moving from southwest to the twin states. Rain lasts several areas. Fishermen, in fact, have been advised not to venture into the sea. Better days ahead for the indigenous bull, which is on the verge of extinction. Brazil is showing a keen interest in transferring technology for improving the productivity of this majestic cattle. Speculations over a separate railway zone for Andhra Pradesh with Visakhapatnam as its headquarters are rife once again. Railway Minister Suresh Prabhu's visit to Visakhapatnam to the region has now given rise to the speculations. Kannada film actor Ambarish has turned rebel against the Congress government, with the superstar tendering his resignation to the membership of the Legislative Assembly. This comes in the wake of the Congress removing him from the cabinet. Lawmaker Raghumurthy's son has died in a car accident. The slain college student was driving at a high speed when his car turned turtle and he died in the crash. The High Court has ruled that the Lokayukta police can submit the charge sheet or reports before the trial courts in cases where an investigation is already complete. A bench was reacting to a plea. Chief Minister Lalita has blamed DMK Chief Karunanidhi for the current situation of fishermen and even the loss of the Katchathivu Islands. Lalita says Karunanidhi only remained a mute spectator when the centre decided to give the island to Sri Lanka. An elephant died in a freak accident when a train in Coimbatore. Authorities had to wait for hours to remove the corpse as 6 more elephants were staying guard to the dead one. In yet another case of alleged negligence, a teenage girl died after a tonsil surgery in Vellore. Invasive surgery marks were discovered on her throat, which tonsil surgery doesn't require. The state government has announced a compensation of 1 crore rupees for the family of a slain police officer who was fatally wounded by a gang of 3 men wanted for chain snatching. Thousands of students gathered at a top school in the city to perform yoga. The event was Kids Yoga Carnival that was held to promote yoga and fitness among young children and adults. The identification parade of the key accused in the murder case of a law student was held in Ernakulam jail. The neighbor has been identified Amirul Islam, who is allegedly the killer, but a magistrate was also present during the identification parade. The Chief Minister has reiterated his stand on the issue of Dalit sisters who attacked a CPIM man and were later arrested. Meanwhile, one of the sisters who committed suicide is now said to be in a stable condition in the hospital. Makers of Kathakali and members of the Film Employees Federation protested against the censor board in the capital. They have now moved the High Court against the censor board as the censor board refused to issue a certification owing to a nude scene in the film. The Kerala Chief Minister has condemned the attack on Patriarch Ignatius Abraham II, the head of the Syrian Orthodox Church, who had a narrow escape when a suicide bomber blew himself up. Congress MLA VT Balram has criticized the Chief Minister for his concern on the Syria suicide bomb attack. In a Facebook post, Balram taunted the Chief Minister was more concerned over the attacks in Syria than the attacks that were made on Dalit girls in his hometown. Amid growing attacks on minorities in Bangladesh, the country's envoy met the Chief Minister. In fact, the Tista Tosha water sharing treaty was even discussed. Sources say that the issue of growing attacks was also taken up in this meeting. Two Bangladeshi intruders were shot down by the BSF Jawans in Malda. Reportedly, the two trespassers attacked the BSF Jawans when they tried to stop them from breaking the cordon. Their body has now been sent for an autopsy. Bombs were hurled at a TMC workers' house in North 24 Parganas. Local allege that a henchman of the local mayor hurled these bombs. The TMC worker has now lodged a FIR with the police. Tensions even sparked in Howrah after a woman was found dead in a house, and as the news spread, her kin ransacked her in-laws' house, assaulting them. The tradition of bathing ceremony of Lord Jagannath to commence the festival of the Rath Yatra took place in Hooghly. Devotees from around the state gathered to take part in the ceremony and offer their prayers. In international news, at least 6 people were killed and 53 were injured in Mexico when clashes broke out between members of a teachers' trade union and the police. Now the cops say that the crowd was infiltrated by armed men who shot at the officers and threw petrol bombs at them. The Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has parted ways with embattled campaign manager Corey Lewandowski. A source inside the campaign says that some staffers had not been notified yet about Corey's absence. Pakistan and Afghanistan failed to reach an agreement on border management in their talks. This after days of clashes at the border last week that left 4 people dead and thousands stranded. 14 Nepalese security guards of a foreign embassy were killed and 9 others were injured after a suicide bomber struck a bus in the eastern part of Afghanistan's capital in Kabul. Police cordoned off the entire area and cleared it immediately. China's southern city of Yulin geared up for its annual dog meat festival with lots of dogs and more surveillance by authorities of this controversial event. The festival is a source of pride for the local community. British lawmakers took part in a procession to St. Margaret's Church in Westminster to attend a memorial service for Jo Cox, the MP who was killed last week after she was shot and stabbed in her constituency. The Democratic Republic of Congo declared a yellow fever epidemic in 3 provinces, including the capital, Kinshasa, after confirming 67 cases of the disease that were reported. Another 1,000 suspected cases are still being monitored. The cyber defense curriculum, which is funded by the South Korean Defense Ministry, trains young keyboard warriors who get a free education in exchange for a 7-year commitment as officers in the Army's cyber warfare unit and its ongoing conflict with North Korea. Iraq's elite military force says it has made significant progress in purging Islamic State from Fallujah after a joint offensive killed 2,500 militants. Iraqi forces gained control over central Fallujah just a few days ago and were busy clearing the mines. A video released in Syria shows the aftermath of airstrikes on 2 neighborhoods in Aleppo. The undated footage shows a wounded child that could be seen being pulled from the rubble. A deadly heat wave is bearing down on Arizona and the California desert areas and has so far left at least 4 people dead. The scorching temperatures in Arizona has also broken a few records. An unusual pet salon in southern Taiwan attracts customers by providing fur grooming services that range from cute to the bizarre, and those include trimming the back fur of pets into the shape of Hello Kitty. A Chinese official threatened to beat journalists as they asked him questions about a village that is protesting against the arrest of its democratically elected village chief. The world's happiest clown has married his blushing bride in Peru. The clown got married in a colorful ceremony that took place in the country's capital. The leaders of the world's Orthodox churches convened a rare historical meeting on the Greek island of Crete, where the meeting was to spread a message of unity despite the absence of some of the churches, such as that of Russia's. India beat Zimbabwe by 10 wickets in the second T20. India levelled the 3-match series one-all. Opener Mandeep Singh notched up his maiden T20 half-century. Meanwhile, Barinder Sran created history in the second T20 International against Zimbabwe, where the southpaw became the only Indian to claim 4 wickets on a debut in the shortest format of the game. BCCI Advisory Committee will be interviewing the shortlisted candidates later in Kolkata today. The committee consists of stalwarts like Sourav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar and VVS Lakshman. Indian hockey captain Sardar Singh will be leading the side in 6th international national tournament in Valencia. Sardar Singh recently had skipped the Indian Champions Trophy campaign in England. Meanwhile, India's mixed recurve team comprising of Deepika Kumari and Atanu Das won the silver at the Archery World Cup in Antalya, Turkey. The duo went down 5-1 to South Korea in the final. England is all set to host Sri Lanka at Nottingham in the first one-day of the bilateral series today. Sri Lanka will be missing the services of suspended bowler Shaminda Iranga. Brazilian authorities simulated security operations in Rio de Janeiro for the opening games. In fact, a total of 350 security agents from the municipal, state and federal bodies participated in the simulations in several zones throughout the city. The Olympic pole vault double gold medalist Elena Isinbayeva is considering to give the Olympics a miss. Isinbayeva is quite angered by IAAF's decision to bar Russian athletes from the Olympic Games. The world champions Germany will be in action later tonight as they face Northern Ireland in Euro 2016. Germany have won in the 2 matches played so far and they will eye a win to stay on top of the Group C. Salman Khan made an early exit from Baba Siddiqui's iftar party so that he could spend some quality time with his alleged girlfriend Lulia Vantur. According to reports, the two were spotted at a popular eatery in Mumbai after the iftar party. Author Chetan Bhagat has shared the first half of Half Girlfriend, which is based on his novel. The film will star Shraddha Kapoor and Arjun Kapoor in the lead. Reports say Imran Hashmi has replaced Diljit Dosanjh in the next film, directed by Milan Luthria. This film will feature Ajay Devgan and Imran Hashmi. Hollywood actor Anton Yelchin, who featured in the recent Star Trek movie, lost his life in a freak accident. The actor was pinned against a brick pillar and security fence when his car slid backwards after he alighted from it. He died because of trauma. Finding Dory has grossed close to $136 million at the American box office over the weekend. In fact, the figures are the highest opening weekend figures for an animated film in the history of American cinema. Actress Judi Dench is all set to play the role of Queen Victoria in an upcoming film based on writer Shabani Basu's book. The film will be directed by Stephen Fry. Hollywood actor Harry Styles has been roped in to play the role of Mick Jagger in the Rolling Stones biopic. Based on Robert Greenfield's book, this film is going to be directed by Andy Goddard of the Downtown Abbey fame. Eddie Redmayne and his wife Hannah have become proud parents to a baby girl. The couple had tied the knot in December 2014 and had announced that they were expecting a baby at this year's Golden Globe Awards. With the government easing the sourcing norms for foreign players in single brand retailing, Apple and other major telecom players that have its own stores across the globe now will also get to set up their own outlets in the country. China's new supercomputing system has been named the world's fastest computer at the International Supercomputing Conference in Germany. China has built the fastest supercomputer using locally made microchips. A new study has found that more than 59% links shared on microblogging website Twitter are never clicked. It's the stories recommended by friends that trigger more clicks than the links posted by the publishers. Billionaire Jeff Bezos' space exploration company has launched an unmanned rocket while testing a parachute failure. This is a key step in checking the safety of the vehicle before sending it to the space with astronauts aboard. Online hotel booking engine and air aggregator Goibibo has launched a travel-based social network GoContact on its mobile app, which will now enable users to get connected on the Goibibo app using their phone books.